Have you ever pondered why some individuals remain unfazed by life's tumultuous events? Do you yearn to discover tranquility amidst chaos? Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and uncovering the profound impact of silence. But this isn't just any philosophical discourse. By the conclusion of this video, you'll grasp how embracing silence can revolutionize your daily routine, diminish stress, and enhance your mental acuity. Stoicism, a philosophy originating in ancient Greece, instructs us to concentrate on what we can influence and relinquish control over what we cannot. It's about cultivating inner serenity and fortitude, regardless of life's challenges. One of the most potent instruments in the Stoics' arsenal is silence. In this video, we'll scrutinize the art of silence, its significance, and how you can incorporate it into your daily life. We'll provide practical advice and real-life illustrations. Stay tuned until the end, as you won't want to miss these transformative insights. Eager to uncover the mysteries of Stoic silence? Let's embark on this journey. And if you find value in this video, remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more enriching content. Let's plunge in. Occasionally, when faced with injustice, the optimal response is silence. In Stoicism, this approach isn't indicative of passivity or frailty. It's about maintaining sovereignty over your emotions and actions. When someone behaves unfairly towards you, your instinct might be to retaliate immediately, to justify yourself, or to counterattack. But this can often exacerbate conflict and stress. By opting for silence, you afford yourself a moment to reflect. You evade uttering words fueled by anger that you might later rue. Injustice can incite intense emotions, but responding with those emotions can impair your judgment. Silence grants you the space to think lucidly and to deliberate your options judiciously. Injustice is frequently a test of character. Your response can define you. If you react with ire or aggression, you might intensify the situation. But if you maintain silence, you exhibit strength and self-discipline. This doesn't imply you condone the injustice or that you won't act subsequently. It signifies you select the opportune moment to respond, if at all. Silence can also serve as a potent declaration. It can convey that you're not easily perturbed or provoked. It can cause the person who treated you unfairly to reconsider their actions. They might anticipate a reaction and be disconcerted when they don't receive one. Your composure can be more disquieting to them than any words you could articulate. In certain instances, silence can safeguard you. Speaking out impulsively can sometimes aggravate the situation, especially if the individual you're dealing with is irrational or poses a threat. By preserving silence, you avoid stoking the flames. You can then strategize a more effective response later, when you're more composed and have a clearer understanding of the circumstances. Stoicism teaches that we're unable to control others' actions, only our reactions. When confronted with injustice, silence aids in focusing on what we can control. You may not always alter the unfairness, but you can choose how to respond to it. This choice is a form of liberty and empowerment. Silence doesn't mean you disregard the injustice. It means you don't permit it to dictate your emotions or actions. You acknowledge it, but you don't allow it to consume you. In doing so, you preserve your inner peace and poise. Sometimes, silence permits you to observe and learn. You can monitor how the situation evolves and gather additional information. This can assist you in making a more informed decision about how to address the injustice later. Silence affords you the time to think strategically rather than react impulsively. In summary, when faced with injustice, silence can be an effective strategy. It enables you to remain in control, to think clearly, and to select your response judiciously. It demonstrates strength and self-control, and it can sometimes be more potent than any words you could speak. Sometimes, when individuals spread baseless rumors about us, our instinct is to defend our honor. We aim to rectify the misinformation and clear our reputation. But frequently, the most effective response is silence. Imagine being accused of something you're innocent of. Your initial reaction might be to vehemently deny it. However, maintaining silence can be more potent. Consider this: when you react vociferously, you give the rumor more attention. People may start to speculate if there's a grain of truth. Why is he so defensive? They might ponder. Conversely, if you remain silent, the rumor typically fades away. People lose interest when they see you're unperturbed by it. Your serenity signifies confidence. It communicates, "I know the truth, and I don't need to prove anything." Silence can also shield your mental well-being. Engaging in disputes over rumors can be draining. You expend energy and time attempting to convince others of your innocence. But when you choose silence, you conserve your energy. You concentrate on what truly matters, rather than becoming entangled in needless drama. Furthermore, silence doesn't equate to accepting the rumor. It signifies you refuse to grant it power over you. By not reacting, you imply the rumor is inconsequential. It's akin to ignoring a barking dog. When a dog barks more fiercely upon hearing your shouts, but ceases when you walk away, it teaches us a valuable lesson about patience. Similarly, there's merit in waiting for the truth to surface on its own. Time has a knack for illuminating what lies hidden. By keeping quiet, you grant time the opportunity to work for you. Those who are familiar with you will see through the deception, and for those who are not acquainted with you, their opinions should hold little weight. Furthermore, silence can be a tactical maneuver. It provides you with the time to contemplate and strategize your next moves wisely. Acting on impulse can lead to errors, but in silence, you can observe, gather intelligence, and determine the most effective course of action. It's akin to a game of chess, where sometimes the most advantageous move is to wait and study your opponent. In a cacophonous world, silence is a distinctive trait that commands respect. Choosing silence in the face of unfounded rumors showcases maturity and resilience. It indicates that baseless allegations do not easily rattle you. You place trust in your integrity and allow your deeds to speak volumes. In essence, silence in the midst of baseless rumors is a potent response. It prevents the rumor from garnering further attention, safeguards your peace of mind, and exudes confidence. It affords time for the truth to come to light and aids in the prudent planning of your actions. Silence, in this context, is not indicative of frailty but a testament to your inner fortitude. As we encounter the inevitable losses in life, finding the right words can be challenging. Sometimes, the most effective approach is to remain silent. Silence can wield more power than words. It enables us to process our emotions and thoughts without the immediate pressure of expression. When we lose someone or something precious, our instinct might be to vocalize our grief. We might feel compelled to share our sorrow with others or seek solace in their comforting words. Yet, this can sometimes result in misunderstandings or deepen our pain. Words can be clumsy and insufficient, failing to encapsulate the depth of our feelings. In such moments, silence can serve as a sanctuary. Being silent does not equate to ignoring our emotions. Rather, it offers us the space to truly feel and comprehend them. It allows us to dwell in our grief and fully acknowledge it. This can be a pivotal step in the healing process. By not rushing to fill the void with words, we grant ourselves the necessary time to heal. Silence can also be a means to honor what we have lost. When we are silent, We give our undivided attention to our memories and emotions, undistracted by the din of conversation. This can be a way to pay respect and express love for what we have lost. In social settings, silence can be a form of support for others who are grieving. Sometimes, people simply need to know that we are present for them, without the pressure to engage in dialogue. Our presence can be a source of comfort, even in silence. By being silent, we convey our willingness to share in their pain and offer support in their unique way. Silence can also enhance our ability to listen. When we are not preoccupied with what we will say next, we can truly hear others. This can lead to a deeper understanding of their feelings and enable us to provide more sincere support. In this manner, silence can fortify our bonds with others. It is crucial to remember that silence does not equate to isolation. We can share moments of silent reflection together. This can be a potent way to connect with others and find solace in our shared experiences of loss. In our bustling world, finding silence can be difficult. We are perpetually surrounded by noise and distractions. However, taking the time to be silent can be incredibly beneficial. It can aid in processing our emotions, honoring our losses, and deepening our connections with others. Therefore, when dealing with loss, let us not fear embracing silence. It can be an invaluable tool for healing and discovering peace amidst our sorrow. By allowing ourselves to be silent, we grant ourselves the space needed to heal and honor what we have lost. When confronting ignorance, it is often preferable to remain silent. Picture yourself in a room where people are discussing a subject you are unfamiliar with. You might feel compelled to join the conversation to assert your presence. But consider this: speaking without knowledge can reveal your ignorance more than silence ever would. Reflect on a time when you heard someone discussing a topic they did not comprehend, such as climate change or the economy. Their speech may have been riddled with inaccuracies and misconceptions. Did their efforts to participate make them appear knowledgeable? Likely not. Instead, they may have seemed uninformed and out of their depth. Now, consider the alternative. Imagine you are the one who stays silent while others talk. You listen intently, absorbing the information. Your silence does not signify ignorance. It demonstrates thoughtfulness and a willingness to learn. By listening, you gain knowledge and can contribute meaningfully later, once you have a better grasp of the subject. Silence can also be a potent instrument in sidestepping unnecessary disputes. When individuals are ignorant about a topic, discussions can quickly devolve into arguments, with everyone vying to be right. Without proper knowledge, these arguments often lead to dead ends. By maintaining silence, you avoid the risk of heightening tensions and contributing to a futile debate. Moreover, silence permits you to observe and understand the dynamics of a conversation. You can discern who is knowledgeable and who is not. This strategy aids in determining whose viewpoints are worth considering. It also imparts the art of patience, teaching you to await the opportune moment to speak, ensuring that when you do, your words hold significance. In certain instances, silence can serve as a form of self-preservation. When you speak without comprehension, you expose yourself to criticism and judgment. Others may perceive you as someone who talks without thinking, tarnishing your reputation. By opting for silence, you shield yourself from these negative perceptions. Reflect on the wisdom of the ancient philosopher Epictetus, who believed that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason: to listen more and speak less. This philosophy is particularly pertinent when dealing with ignorance. Listening more enables us to gather information and make informed decisions. Speaking less prevents us from disclosing our lack of knowledge and making errors. However, being silent doesn't equate to being passive. It signifies being strategic. You select when to speak and when to listen. You wait until you have something of value to contribute. This approach not only helps you navigate ignorance but also garners respect from others. In daily life, we encounter numerous situations where we lack complete knowledge. Whether it's at work, with friends, or in public discussions, there will always be subjects we're not well versed in. Embracing silence in these instances demonstrates wisdom and humility. It shows that you value knowledge and are open to learning. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation about a topic you don't fully grasp, consider the power of silence. Listen, observe, and learn. Your silence can be more eloquent than words, indicating that you are thoughtful, respectful, and wise. Have you ever been unjustly criticized? It stings and feels undeserved. Our initial impulse is to defend ourselves, to retort. Yet, sometimes, the most effective response is silence. This may seem counterintuitive, but maintaining silence can be potent. When someone criticizes you unjustly, they often seek a reaction. They want to see you become upset or defensive. By remaining silent, you deny them this gratification. You demonstrate that their words do not dictate your emotions. This can be quite disarming for the critic. Silence affords you time to reflect. When you are criticized, emotions can cloud your judgment. You might utter something you later regret. By staying silent, you can compose yourself and think more clearly. You can assess whether the criticism holds any truth. If it does, you can learn from it. If it doesn't, you can let it go without exacerbating the situation. Silence also signifies strength. It requires considerable self-discipline to refrain from responding when attacked. People will take notice of this. They will recognize that you are not easily rattled. This can earn you respect. It indicates that you are confident and secure in yourself. Being silent does not imply agreement with the criticism. It means you are choosing not to engage in a futile argument. Sometimes, it is more effective to let your actions speak for you. If the criticism pertains to your work, allow your work to showcase your true capabilities. If it concerns your character, let your conduct reveal who you truly are. There are instances when silence can be more impactful than any words. For example, if someone criticizes you in public, responding might escalate the situation into a public altercation. By remaining silent, you circumvent this. You also convey that you are above trivial disputes. Staying silent can also conserve your energy. Arguing consumes considerable mental and emotional energy. It can leave you feeling depleted and stressed. By choosing silence, you preserve your energy for more significant matters. You can concentrate on what truly matters to you. Silence can also foster self-reflection. When you are criticized, it is natural to become defensive. But if you remain silent, you have an opportunity to reflect on the criticism. You can contemplate whether there is any truth to it. This can facilitate personal growth and improvement. In some cases, silence can even alter the critic's behavior. When you do not react, the critic might begin to question their own actions. They might realize that their criticism was unjust. This can lead to a modification in their behavior toward you. In conclusion, remaining silent when unjustly criticized can yield numerous benefits. It can exhibit strength, protect your energy, and prompt self-reflection. It can also disarm the critic and avoid pointless arguments. Therefore, the next time you are unjustly criticized, consider remaining silent. You might be surprised by the outcomes. Are you experiencing anger? It's a common emotion. We all get angry from time to time, but how we manage it is crucial. One method to cope with anger is through silence. It may sound straightforward, but it can be remarkably effective. When you're angry, your first inclination might be to yell or argue. However, this often worsens the situation. Words spoken in anger can hurt others and damage relationships. Silence, conversely, gives you time to regain your composure. It prevents you from saying things you might later regret. Being silent doesn't mean you disregard the issue. It means you take a moment to think before reacting. This pause can help you view the situation more objectively. You can contemplate why you're angry and what you truly wish to express. It gives you control over your emotions. When you maintain silence, you also give others a chance to calm down. Anger can be infectious. If one person is angry, it can provoke others to become angry as well. But if you remain calm and silent, it can help to diffuse the situation. It shows that you are not seeking a confrontation. Silence can also be a display of strength. It indicates that you are not governed by your emotions. You are choosing to respond in a thoughtful manner. This can earn you respect from others. They will recognize that you are someone who can handle difficult situations with poise. Another advantage of silence is that it can enhance your listening skills. When you are not preoccupied with what you want to say next, you can truly hear what the other person is expressing. This can lead to a better understanding of their perspective. It can contribute to resolving the conflict more effectively. Of course, this doesn't suggest you should never express your anger. It's important to communicate your feelings, but doing so in a calm and controlled manner is more productive. After you have taken some time to be silent and reflect, you can discuss your emotions without the intensity of the moment. In practice, maintaining silence when you're angry can be challenging. It requires self-discipline and patience, but it's a skill that can be honed over time. Begin by attempting to stay silent for just a few moments when you feel anger rising. Take deep breaths and focus on calming down. With practice, it will become easier. In summary, silence can be a potent tool when dealing with anger. It helps you avoid saying hurtful things, provides time to think, and can soothe the situation. It exhibits strength and can lead to better communication. The next time you feel angry, try being silent and observe how it changes the outcome. If someone is boasting in your presence, it's often wise to remain silent. When individuals boast, they typically seek attention or validation. By staying quiet, you don't fuel their need for approval. This can sometimes prompt them to realize that their bragging isn't eliciting the response they hoped for. Silence can also be a tool for self-restraint. When you hear someone boasting, it might be tempting to respond or try to outdo them. But by maintaining silence, you show that you are in control of your emotions. You don't let their words affect you. This can be a sign of strength and confidence. Another reason to stay silent is to avoid unnecessary conflict. Boasting can sometimes lead to arguments, especially if you feel compelled to challenge or correct the other person. By not engaging, you sidestep getting into a potentially heated discussion. This can help maintain peace and harmony in your interactions. Staying silent also provides you time to think. When someone is boasting, it's easy to react impulsively, but by taking a moment to stay quiet, you can consider the best way to respond, if you decide to respond at all. This can help you make more thoughtful and measured decisions. Furthermore, silence can act as a mirror. When someone is boasting and you don't respond, it can lead them to reflect on their own behavior. They might start to question why they feel the need to boast in the first place. This self-reflection can be more powerful than any words you could say. In some instances, silence can also convey respect. If someone is boasting because they are genuinely proud of something, remaining quiet can show that you are listening and giving them space to express themselves. This can strengthen.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to receive great videos every day from the Quotes of Stoic channel. Goodbye and see you again.